So I guess I would say this, how do you reassure voters that despite all the experience you're running on in the business community, your time on the Fed, you missed the housing bubble and you missed the economic collapse?
Well, it's real simple, Chuck. I have economic advisors working with me now who spend time studying these various analyses. When I wrote those papers, I was only responding to reports that I, like everybody else, was getting through the media. Those kind of public reports.
Which turned out to be right, by the way. You were criticizing those reports, but they turned out to be right.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is I will have people around me who are going to help me do deeper analyses on some of these things, okay? So, yeah, I missed some of these things. I'm not perfect. I'm very quick to say I made a mistake or I missed it, but I didn't have sophisticated analyses helping me to draw the conclusions that I was drawing at that time. And remember, I have admitted the housing bubble and the economic meltdown of 2008, it was much worse than I ever realized until the Lehman Brothers situation started and until more and more was revealed about the depth of the problems at Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. I admit I didn't know all of the details about those situations.
I was stunned by reading a statement you made in the banking committee on September 10th, 2003. In fact, I reprinted the whole thing in my book. I want Americans who hear leaders saying every day, we could have never seen this coming. This was a shock. How did this happen? I want to read what you said 5 years before the collapse. The special privileges granted to Fannie and Freddie have distorted the housing market by allowing them to attract capital that they could not attract under pure market conditions. Like all artificially created bubbles, the boom in housing prices cannot last forever. When housing prices fall, homeowners will experience difficulty as their equity is wiped out. Furthermore, the holders of the mortgage debt will also have a loss. These losses will be greater than they would have otherwise been had government policy not actively encouraged overinvesting in housing. And you go on to say, because so many people will invest in housing, the damage will be catastrophic. Congressman, how could it be that you knew this on the banking committee in 2003 and nobody else did until after the collapse?
Well, I would think the easiest explanation is Washington, D.C. is permeated by Keynesian economic thinking. Very few even know the name Austrian economics and understand the business cycle. I was concerned about the building of the bubble since 1971 when gold was delinked from the dollar. So since that time, the bubble has been gradually being inflated, but it got out of hand in the 1990s as well as after 2000. Bernanke taking interest rates down to 1%. To me, the biggest surprise was, although I was very concerned in 2003, I was concerned before that, I'm surprised it lasted to 2007. That's when the bubble really burst. But it was amazing how long it lasts. And to me, the more amazing thing right now is not only has the financial system collapsed, which is very, very bad and very dangerous, I believe that what we're moving toward now is the collapse of the dollar. And the collapse of a dollar, because it's the international reserve currency, I think is going to be much worse than what we have already witnessed.
Can you all believe this prediction in 2003?
Prophetic. Absolutely prophetic.
Talking to everybody on the banking committee, telling them, hey, we're in trouble. Let's not go this direction.
Right.
Or we're going to be in trouble. And then